I was 12 years old when the movie Mortal Kombat came out in 1995, and I think the movie wasn't very good, but I loved the video game, so that's why it was very exciting to see it as a movie. If I remember right, the movie was aired on HBO. Today, the new Mortal Kombat movie is out, and there's a big hype around it, which is not a surprise because many people still play the video game. In fact, Mortal Kombat 11 was released 2 years ago. And I also think that the new movie will be much higher in quality since today's movies are much better than they were in the 90s. Actors are better, technical things like CGI are better, storytelling is better, so I really believe we will enjoy a great show. Now, the movie is already available on HBO Max until they will take it down on May 23, so I recommend watching it now if you have access to HBO Max. And HBO Max is owned by AT&T. I already talked about this in a previous video because AT&T is one of the dividend-paying companies I own. In fact, I only bought shares of AT&T this month. So basically, I'm one of the owners of the company and I receive dividends from them on a regular basis. And HBO is one of the reasons I invest in this company, because they produce really high quality content like this new Mortal Kombat movie. In fact, I believe they make better content than Netflix. I just cancelled my Netflix subscription because I think the content is mediocre. I'm a big addict of TV shows and movies, and I have seen a lot of these for the past 30 years, but I have only two favorite TV shows so far. The number one is Friends. I believe this is the single best TV show of all time. I've seen all the 10 seasons in 3 languages. My second favorite show is Game of Thrones, and it was a huge success worldwide, which is not a surprise because it's a great show. It influenced people in such a big extent that many people visited the locations where they recorded the movies. Both Friends and Game of Thrones are produced by Warner Brothers Studios, and they were aired on HBO. And both companies are owned by AT&T. And now, the new Mortal Kombat movie is probably one of the most exciting releases of this year. This is a big reason why I like to own AT&T. They create great content. And every time they release something new, since I own the stocks, I'm one of the owners of the company, I earn money on it in the form of dividends. And of course, AT&T is a boring company. They are not sending rockets and electric cars into space, they are not in the news all the time, they are not involved with cryptocurrencies, and this is why the stock is not extremely overvalued. But they are a dividend-paying company, paying dividends for 37 years without cutting it, and that's a huge thing for a dividend investor. And I believe that the stock is still not expensive today. It has a PE ratio of 10, while the market average is around 40. Netflix has a PE ratio of 86. So all in all, it's great to own companies that release great products, and you can enjoy the product itself, and at the same time you can earn money on it. I recommend watching the new Mortal Kombat movie, and I also recommend looking into the stock of AT&T if you are looking for a great dividend-paying company.